Hey!
Oh, wait, yeah, you're talking over the intro. Hola, cage fighting connoisseurs. This is KidNate at BloodyElbow.com. I'm trying to keep things under control. Very honored today. I have a very special guest, Judo Gene LaBelle. Welcome to the show, all-time. What? You're not Judo Gene LaBelle.
Any drugs you find in there, I didn't put them in there.
And on point right away.
Now he got nervous. He's going through my fucking wallet. I was like, the cop is here. Leo put drugs in my wallet.
I see. That's the pranks are getting a little out of hand at the Serrano Academy. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Eugene S. Robinson, author of Fight. Everything you ever want to know about ass kicking, but we're afraid you'd have a long, slow screw or something. I
don't know. Boy, you purposely screwed that one up.
Indeed. So,
A Long Slow Screw is a fine book. Have you read it?
I have skimmed it.
Did you hear what he said? Yeah, he laughed.
I looked for dirty parts.
Yeah, he skimmed it. That's great.
Know.
Anyway, yeah, okay, here we are.
Right. So we are here for the UFC 201 Lawler versus Woodley Care Don't Care preview. Eugene, there's a little thing called a disclaimer because people have
crybabies, bedwetters, malcontents, malingerers, greedy bread gobblers. If you're on the don't care list, don't come whining to us. It has nothing to do with your skills or talents as a human being. It has much more to do with the marketing heft and weight that the bald one and Zuffa and William Morris puts behind you. It's not our fault. If you want to get from the don't care list to the care list, fight an interesting fight like Bok Choy or
the Korean Superboy
or Veneta. What is that guy?
Veneta, yes.
Veneta. You know, these are guys, they handily jump from don't care to care, fighting phenomenal fights. It is possible, but until then, don't come whining to us.
Exactly. Why are you looming over the camera so intimidatingly?
Because I'm about to punch Serrano in the face, and I want to be in position to do that.
Well, be sure and get it on camera, Eugene. That's all I ask.
No, it doesn't exist unless it's on camera nowadays.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. No video, no talk. All right. So let's dive right into this thing. We've got 3 fights on UFC Fight Pass, 4 fights on Fox Sports 2. Not Fox Sports.
Jesus Christ. Say it again.
Fox Sports 2, formerly known as Fuel, and carried by very few cable operators. So I'm not going to advise anybody to do anything unethical or illegal, but if you don't have Fox Sports 2, you might want to find a friend who does.
Is William Morris going to fix this system? I mean, is that going to happen?
Yeah, this will be fixed when and if the Fox deal is renewed, and if they want to change these things, and or they move to another network. But this is until this contract is over. You know what? With Rupert Murdoch swapping Jerry Hall back and forth with Sumner Redstone at Viacom, anything's up. I'm just kidding. That's all.
I often used to maintain that there's some people who you can fuck after, and some people you can not fuck after, right?
Fuck after as in
business
deal, or
no, not screw over. I mean very specifically that when you look over at the woman of your dreams, you don't have to see Mick Jagger's penis.
I see. That's what you mean. You don't want to be Eskimo Brothers with Mick Jagger?
I don't know. I never found Jerry Hall attractive. She's too tall and geeky and dude-like. I remember having sex with a woman who was over 6'2", and you're in a missionary position, and then her legs are up by your head, and then suddenly you're aware of the fact that the only time I've had somebody's legs be where these legs are is at jiu-jitsu with another dude. I mean, you don't really have sex with 6'2" women very often. And I just had to look at the secondary sex characteristics just to get the dude thing out of my head. Like,
I see.
Titties.
You know,
I guess I should stop talking now.
Yes, you should. I'm 5'5". My wife is 5'10". So it's.
Well, then you've calibrated to.
But I don't do jiu-jitsu, so
Right. You're not having dudes all over you day in and day out.
No. I get a feeling like, who's a big man now? That's the kind of there. But
anyway, but in any case, I don't know.
Yeah, enough of this embarrassing. And I thought making fun of Sumner Redstone and Rupert Murdoch was an easy laugh, and look what you've done.
Disturbing. Hey, close that door, will you? Disturbing, nasty, filthy place.
Exactly. So we've got the 4 fights on Fox Sports 2, and then 5 fights on pay-per-view, and we will be doing the how much would you pay for the pay-per-view challenge, Eugene. So I hope you've got your
bingo. I got my pen and I'm ready.
And some sharpened math skills. By the way, who picked Holly Holm last week and who picked Shevchenko?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I haven't forgotten that. I have not forgotten that. And I mean, again, I don't feel bad about that loss because it wasn't one of your usual blind picks. It was actually an analytical pick that had some weight. And and this is what we came to. That's what we came to mixed martial arts for. You know,
exactly.
straight kickboxing versus Muay Thai. You know, it
didn't turn into a grappling match.
It did not. But the funny thing, no, I didn't think it would either. You said you weren't sure whether it would or not. I didn't think it would. But the phenomenal thing is, you know, I mean, it's one thing to see somebody up on the upswing, by which I mean Honda threatened Holly with one thing during their match, and that was to get the hips in, judo through. So that's all Holly had to prepare for.
And she almost got an armbar once. She did get her on the ground.
That's right. That's right. Right. And she hitchhiked out of it. And I think so. Okay. If I remember correctly, but so.
And Holly even tossed her once, got her hips underneath Ronda's and
but at that point, Honda's head was already gone. So it's interesting to see, like what they say when somebody's on that back foot, you know, what ends up being the order of the day, you know. So Holly, like, you know, goes through her coterie of, okay, here's my A, here's my B, here's my C. Oh shit, defensive posture. Oh shit, you know. And he turns around and look in that back pocket, and there's nothing there, you know. So again, it's one in a macro. How do you fight out of a loss? Do you have develop an undiagnosed neck problem, and then which goes away magically when the guy who you think you can beat
back to the wood.
I didn't say anything.
Can we not let Chris Weidman live for one?
I didn't say anything. I'm just saying she reached back, she found wanting, and scrambled the whole fight, leading us to say post facto, man, she didn't look like herself. Well, I guess not.
I didn't say that. I'd say this revealed weaknesses that were always there.
That too. That's a possibility too. But anyway, it was a compelling matchup, and
indeed. And so we're hoping for a compelling matchup on this card. I think we've got at least, well, I don't know. I think we've got about 5 cares here. That's my call for your picks on this card, that you're going to care about 5 of these fights. And my overall quick estimate for how much this pay-per-view is worth is going to be $25.
Okay, that's your estimate, but this is 25 out of 60.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I think it's 65 now if you go HD. 55 for standard.
Okay.
All right. So first up, 3 fights on Fight Pass, then 4 fights on Fox Sports 2, 5 fights on the pay-per-view card. Again, this is all happening Saturday night at the usual times, and it's coming from Atlanta, Georgia, the Phillips Arena. I believe we haven't been to the Phillips Arena since Rashad Evans knocked out Chuck Liddell, but I could be wrong. I could be wildly off on that. But remember that fight when the crowd? No, it wasn't. Was it? Am I thinking of Rashad or am I thinking of Rampage? It might have been Rampage. Anyway, that's there. Let's dive right in. We've got 3 fights on Fight Pass, starting with lightweight Cesar Arzamendia versus Damian Brown.
I don't care.
No, I don't either. Sorry, guys. All right, flyweight Ryan Benoit. I think he says it Benoit versus Freddie Serrano.
I don't care, and I think it's important also that I add a proviso about how I watch the don't care fights. I watch the don't care fights in the same way that I used to watch porno when I was reviewing porno for Skull Game when it was a porno site. I picture in a picture, I miniaturize a screen, and I'm doing something else, or I'm running it 5 times, 10 times speed, and if something happens that catches my attention, then I stop and I pay attention. Otherwise, if it's just an average fight, I'm not watching average don't care fights. I don't have the time. Usually, also, what I'll do is I'm susceptible to tweets. Some of y'all tweet me during the fight. UJ, are you paying attention? And then I'll be like, oh shit, there's something to pay, and then I'll pay attention. But generally, with the don't care fight, that's why don't care is actually sort of a deep hole to be in, because you got to do something that gets my fucking attention right from the outset. Otherwise, you got one eye.
Fair enough, fair enough. And I'm doing the same thing. I'm running the whole Bloody Elbow Vox Media Combat Sports Empire, so I'm making sure people are doing their assignments. I'm watching traffic. I'm doing all this. I've got 3 screens going. One of them is the fight. Have the fight audio on full blast. Turn it down during the commercials. Don't always turn it back on in time. So, yeah. So we're giving this half-eye attention. And also, for those new to the show looking for in-depth analysis, the whole premise of this show is we're longtime fans. We do watch every fight, but we're not – we both have busy shit. We're not breaking down. We're not doing research. We're not doing any prep. Our idea is to simulate what does the average casual fan think about these cards. So, and then talk a bunch of bullshit. So, your patience may vary. So, we've got 2 no cares. Now we come to the Fight Pass headliner. Yeah, let's just say it's not Eddie Alvarez versus Rafael dos Anjos for the lightweight title. We've got welterweight Michael Graves versus Bojan Velickovic.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't either. Sorry, guys. All right, now we're on to Fox Sports 2, what some call the big time. I think they sometimes get more viewers on Fox Sports 2 than we have on our show right now.
So the first one was Fight Pass.
First is Fight Pass.
Now we're on Fox Sports 2. Used
Fox
to be
Sports
Fuel.
2. Yeah.
All right.
That's right. And remember, piracy is a crime. It's not a victimless one. So, flyweight Wilson Reis versus Hector Sandoval.
I almost care because of the Reis.
You only almost care? I mean, come on. He's one of the best jiu-jitsu players in MMA today.
No, I'm one of the best jiu-jitsu players in MMA today.
You haven't. When was the last time you fought MMA, Eugene? Was it even this decade?
What decade are we in?
We're in the teens.
You mean from 10? No. It was like
in the knots. Yeah,
2006. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you can say that's MMA today anymore. I'm sorry. I had to break it.
Yeah, but there are 2 guys in the cage, man. 2 guys in the cage.
Yeah, well, there were 2 guys in the cage.
2 guys in the cage, not dressed in black. So,
yeah.
So, are you saying? Oh, wait. Before you're making mock, are you saying you care about this fight?
I do care about this fight because
of Reis.
Reis has won. Let's see, 4 out of his last 6 UFC fights, and I think he's not a contender in the flyweight division, but I think he's a bit of a gatekeeper. Plus, I like his style, and I care. So
okay, good. You're feeling charitable. I'll mark this down for you, but I don't care.
I see. Harsh.
All right, I'm entertaining. I'm humoring you.
Yeah. All right. So heavyweight Anthony Hamilton versus Damian Grabowski.
I care
because
Hamilton, and I'm a heavyweight nut.
Now this doesn't have anything to do with the Broadway musical, which I know you're an enormous fan of.
You know what? My sister was. I was talking to her when I was in New York just recently. That she was all hyped up on Hamilton, and she goes, "Oh, I really want to go." I said, "Why don't you go there? What's the big deal?" She goes, "Tickets are so expensive. Tickets are too expensive." I go, "How expensive could they be?" She goes, "It's $800 a ticket."
$800 a ticket?
That's what I said. She goes, "Yeah, it's this new plan to thwart scalpers." I go, "That's a pretty good freaking plan, man." I'm not.
I'll say.
Man,
$800 a ticket, man. You've got to be on the run from the Chinese Politburo with bags full of ill-gotten gains in your pocket to support that.
$800 a ticket. So I won't be seeing that unless I'm stage door Johnny, like Tom Waits says. No way.
Sheesh. Did you ever read the New York Times expose about the some new luxury apartment tower they built, and the Times looked into who was buying these apartments, and it was like
I want to know.
Politburo, Russian oligarchs, Mexican narco cartel are allegedly connected to.
In a neighborhood where my kids live, I was talking to my kids last night, and they said, somebody just got stabbed. I go, what? This is like zero crime in this neighborhood. What are you talking about? Somebody got stabbed. A woman got stabbed. Is she alive? No, she's not alive. She's dead. And there was a robbery? They go, nope. She was a Chinese businesswoman. No visible signs, forced entry, nothing stolen.
Wow. That reminds me of one of Lorenzo Fertitta's favorite movies, Casino. Do you remember when the San Diego real estate lady was killed?
Yeah, that's right. I do remember that. Somebody says, last time at the Phillips Arena was Jones and Rashad. I have no idea if that's true or not. I just repeat what I'm told.
I see. Well, if anybody knows if Rashad fought Liddell there, that's the one I'm interested in, or if Jackson Rampage fought Liddell. But anyway. Yeah, so where were we? Oh, yeah, Anthony Hamilton. Why do you care about Anthony Hamilton? He's lost 3 out of his last 5, coming off a bad loss, but he did. He fought Todd Duffy?
Yeah, he starched Todd Duffy, right?
No, he got starched by Todd Duffy.
Oh,
33 seconds. Yeah. Yeah. He lost the decision to Daniel O'Malley-Insuk. I think your memory might be failing you here.
And I pulled for Daniel. I called it for Daniel as well. All right, man. I called
your
it for
handlers
Daniel.
told me not to press you on your memory, so I want, did you scoot in on your little riding thing?
No, you know what happened? A homeless guy came in yesterday
into the Serrano Academy.
The Serrano Academy.
How did you know he was homeless?
Because he smelled homeless.
Clue number one.
That was clue number one. And then he started doing deep knee bends with us. And we usually do about 100 of these as part of the warm-up. And somebody said very quietly, if he does as many as Eugene, this story will live in legend. So now I got to compete with the homeless guy doing deep knee bends. Maybe I would do
blue belt.
No, maybe I would do the Bugs Bunny thing. 1 for you, 1 for me. 2 for you, 1, 2 for me. Except the other way. And the guy kept up for about 20, and then he bailed. I was like, finally, get that fucker out of here.
Yeah, the humiliation, Eugene. It comes with age. Comes with age. All right. So, do you still care about Anthony Hamilton?
I don't. I'm a man enough to admit when I'm fucking wrong.
Sammy Maudlin, ladies and gentlemen. Sammy Maudlin.
No, you got to do it's a leg slap.
No, that's Bobby Bittman. I'm not Bobby.
No.
So
Maudlin does
John Candy character.
No. He does a leg too, and he goes, Nate. In all seriousness, as a comic, I'd like to say, and then
Yeah, that's Bobby Bittman, man.
The leg slap is Sammy Maudlin.
The leg slap Sammy Maudlin. I'm not doing Sammy Maudlin. I'm doing his sidekick, played by John Candy, whose name I cannot remember.
William B. Williams.
William B. Williams. That's right. So, and he
also the actual name of. Yeah, that's it. He was like that. The actual name of a DJ in New York, I think it was WNEW, Make Believe Ballroom Time. They played the music of the 40s.
Ah, very cool, very cool. And we're talking about SCTV for you kids who are too young to remember the 80s best sitcom or best sketch comedies.
Ever.
All right, welterweight. Now we're getting somewhere. This is a fight that frequently would headline on Fox Sports 1, but here we are on Fox Sports 2, and it's only the co-main.
You will notice. This is my little tote sheet. You will notice.
No cares.
This is Kid Nate's side, Kid Nate's side, and this is my side. I got nothing here.
You got nothing. Blank. But I bet you'll care about this one. Not just because it's got frequent Fox Sports 1 prelim headliner Ross Pearson. It also has your homeboy George Gamebred Masvidal, fresh off a very good fight with Lorenz Larkin.
Mm-hmm.
But
okay, so what do we got?
So do you care?
Yeah, I care, of course.
Yeah, I knew you would. But he's coming off 2 straight split decision losses. I'm talking about Gamebred here. Can he turn up the heat on Ross Pearson?
That's always a problem with him. I mean, you never. I mean, I don't ever really get the sense that he loses fights. He just doesn't win them, if you know what I mean.
He gives them away. Sometimes he always starts slow, and sometimes he'll percolate up to a simmer in the second round and decide he's got it in the bag and start coasting in the third. I got to admit, he's a very aggravating fighter to watch as a fan.
Yeah, but he's a friend of fucking knuckle up. I'm going with George Masvidal. I've never not gone with him, despite the fact that, I mean, Masvidal over Pearson. I take Masvidal. Pearson over anybody else. I picked Pearson last fight.
He screwed you on that. Yeah. I think Pearson is fading faster than Masvidal. I'm not seeing any signs that Masvidal's fading. I'm just seeing the same fight IQ problems that lack of aggression.
Yeah, he fights like a pride fighter. Like he's expecting a longer round.
Yeah, he really does.
And that round is just not there.
That 10-minute round is not going to happen. So, but I got to pick Masvidal because I think the skill set is there. I don't think Ross Pearson can turn it into an in-close boxing match without getting hurt bad, and I got to go with Gamebred here.
All right.
And I care, for the record.
All right. All
right, now we've got one that I'm pretty stoked about. We'll see your gauge. Light heavyweight, Ed Herman against Nikita. Don't call me Al Capone anymore, Krylov.
Man, guys, you can't fucking change the nickname. You can't do it. As Kid Nate figured out, you can't change the nickname.
Call me Kang Nate from now on. Kang.
Yeah, that doesn't. You got somebody can change it for you, but you can't change it yourself.
I see. Well, he apparently is rebelling against an ex-manager who dubbed him Al Capone and put the fedoras on him. And now I believe he wants to be called the Mechanic as a shout out to his labor union friends.
Oh, I thought it was Charles Bronson and Jan Michael Vincent.
No.
Chicken licking is licking chicken. Yeah, that was great.
That is some old school stuff. I gotta say.
Man,
so,
if you're not living life like Jan Michael Vincent, you're not living life.
Wasn't he burned in some kind of horrible freebasing accident or something?
He was like freebasing while speeding. It was like one of those compound crimes. It's like the dentist, or was it the dentist?
And we better put some allegedlys around this because we haven't checked.
No, fuck that. He got into a car wreck, man. That much is true. You know?
I see. He may or may not have been freebasing at the same time.
At the same time. It was like that dentist they found. Not only was he sodomizing a patient, but he had a bottle of whiskey in one hand and he had a bong in the other. So he had his pants around his ankles, whiskey, bong, fucking his patient. This is a guy. It's like any one of those things.
Some call that living the dream. Others call that a series of felonies.
A series of felonies. Look, it's like any one of those would have been enough to put him over the line. But that guy.
Or get him a job at Fox News, apparently.
Ooh, nice.
Or the old Bill Clinton White House. Got to be bipartisan with this stuff.
Working for Bill Cosby.
I think Bill Cosby kept all the action for himself.
Bill Cosby, I can't see. Is that gonna work? I can't see.
Yeah.
Who's the guy who's in jail now? Dennis Hastert. I can't walk.
Dennis Hastert. Yes, Dennis Hastert.
Is that working? No. Oh, fuck.
What are you cursing about? Oh, the I can't walk thing. That works.
Jerry Sandusky. I can't. I didn't do it.
Yeah, it was a friendly bear hug in the shower with an 8-year-old boy. Who doesn't do that? Yeah. So, yeah. All right. So, Herman and Krylov, do you have a pick? This is semi-resistible force meets semi-difficult to move object.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Russian.
Going with the Russian. All right. I'm tempted to make this interesting, but I'm afraid, as much as I respect Ed Herman, I've never really been a fan. Not that I dislike him, I've just never been that Jones. He's tough as shit.
Which Herman is this?
This is the redheaded Herman that used to train with Team Quest.
Is this the Pee Wee Herman?
No, this is not Dave Pee Wee Herman. Last seen getting arrested in a
gas station.
Alex Jones style, misunderstanding of what his legal rights were sort of video.
What did they end up? They took him in, right?
They took him in, but they didn't shoot him or his wife and kids. So lucky for him there. And I don't know what the fate of the charges were. But no, Pee Wee Herman never trained.
You know what my relationship with cops these days?
What's that?
Sales opportunity.
How so?
I get a fight book in the trunk, and I go, who is my demographic? I know who my demographic is. I get stopped by a cop now. He goes, you know why I stopped you? Yeah. Hey, listen, you into mixed martial arts? No shit, man. No shit. Yeah. I have made 0 sales to cops at stops, but I haven't been stopped that much. But, I got my rap down.
I see. Well, tell me how that works out for you, and be sure.
It works great. The guy's trying to get away. The only other way I could bust loose is, have you ever thought about making money while you sleep?
Well, good luck with that. And remember, if they go for the taser, be sure and have your phone cam on. So
yeah, taser. Nobody cops gonna tase me. I'm the world's #1 salesman.
Good luck with that, Eugene. Good luck. So, Ed Herman. Now, he used to be mean in the clinch, used to have some tough elbows. Stylistically, I think he'd be a nightmare for Krylov. I just don't think Ed's what he used to be. And he's up at light heavyweight, historically fought at middleweight. Now, all the new weigh-in stuff and the new USADA drug testing regime has made it a lot more comfortable for guys just to fight close to their natural weight. Krylov, I believe, used to fight as a heavyweight before he moved on, so he's going to have a size advantage, although he was always kind of soft, I think. I mean, relatively for a monster.
like Tony Montana said, we could keep this up all day. You gonna make a pick?
I'm trying. I got to pick Krylov because I'm a fan.
Right,
I'm just emotionally engaged. He's a rolling clusterfuck. He's like the Donald Trump of MMA. You never know what kind of nonsense he's going to get himself in, and he's always going to do something unconventional to get himself out of it. So I'm going to go with Krylov, and you're picking Krylov too. Now we get to the pay-per-view, and remember, care, don't care, pick, and how much is this fight worth to you in real dollars? So
on the okay, got it. I got it. Because
now we could do it two ways. We could say, you've got to spend $55 because that's the marketplace.
No. Let's just do it, whatever. So, but now I got it.
All right.
Now,
so, we got Ian McCall, Uncle Creepy, versus Justin Scoggins. Yes.
Okay, I care.
You care. You think if Ian McCall and Andy Dick showed up at your house, would you get in the car?
Yeah, but I'm in the back seat.
I see.
I don't want those guys sitting behind me.
I see. Would you, if they passed the bottle, would you have a drink?
If they opened it and passed it, yes.
I see. But if it's already been opened,
nah, buddy. Nah. You got it. You know what the Brazilians say? A drunk man's asshole belongs to the world.
That is a charming sentiment. I bet it's even more beautiful in the original Portuguese.
It is. It's downright romantic in the original Portuguese. You know. So when we did this before, do we have increments of what? I mean, I can't say $2, right?
I believe you can. I believe you can say whatever.
All right.
Lent.
I would give this $2.
$2 is all you give this one.
Yeah. And you got to pick, or you want me to pick first?
You know, I always let you pick first, but I'm going to pick Justin Scoggins myself.
Yeah, I would have picked Scoggins too, man.
You don't have to make it interesting.
The equivocation of McCall and, you know, the barefaced threats to, I'm done, I'm going to go, you know, nobody cares. So, yeah, I got to go with Scoggins, man. I'm sorry, Uncle Creepy. I got a poster here when you were fighting at Tachi Palace fights, you know. From dust we come, to dust we shall return, you know.
Yeah. Scoggins is only 24. He lost a split decision to Dustin Ortiz, and he got guillotine choked by John Moraga in a fight where he was more than holding his own against a very powerful hitter. I just think time's passing Uncle Creepy by. I could be wrong. Uncle Creepy in his heyday.
Time keeps on passing me by. Far side, friends, far side.
Yes, and in a variation of Matthew McConaughey's famous line, Ian gets older every year and the opponents stay the same age. So, you know, it's time.
All my pedophile friends love that movie.
Dazed and Confused?
Yeah, and they love that line.
I see. Yes, it is kind of creepy. I'm dying to know who this sound tech was that you were talking about yesterday, but I'm not going to.
I'll tell you offline.
Yeah. All right. So now we've got the second fight: Francisco Rivera, Eric Perez, bantamweight.
I care.
Yeah, I care too because of Perez personally. I'm not that sold on Francisco Rivera.
Yeah, me neither. I feel like I got some spots in my back that there were knives that he had put in there. But
he's
again,
lost 4 out of his last 5 fights.
But I'm not feeling more than $2 for this. So.
This is a fight I would not be excited about if it was on Fox Sports 1 for free. So, you know, I'd give it 5. I'd give it a solid 5.
So what did you give to Scoggins?
I gave him 5. I gave him a 5.
Oh, you're feeling generous, man. Yeah, all right. So you're not that excited about it.
I mean, I'm rolling, Eugene. Look at this beret.
Yeah, I noticed that. You know, I thought you like security S1W thing was going on there.
Well, I am. I'm also culturally appropriating things from African Americans, which is my God-given right.
Well, you could have said France, so you could have gone for that as well.
I wouldn't want to do that. Why would I model myself
sing like you, Maurice Chevalier? I don't know.
No, I'm modeling myself off of black guys I knew in D.C. that would turn these hats around.
Yeah. Kango hats.
Exactly.
With Apple Jacks. That's what we used to call it.
Yes.
All right. So hold on. So you're gonna pick Perez?
Yes. I am going to pick Perez because he is not on a losing streak. He's not 34 years old, and I think he's got Rivera every which way.
Yeah, I pick a Perez too, but I'm still going for $2 on it.
All right. Fair enough. Now we get to some fun stuff, sorta. On the upside, we've got welterweight Matt Brown. On the downside, we've got welterweight Jake Ellenberger.
Oh, fuck, yeah, forget this. Forget this. Yeah. I'm picking Brown, and I would give this one. I would give this one $10.
You know, I'll give this one some money because I love Matt Brown. I love watching him work. And getting your ass beat or just being locked in the cage with Matt Brown is one of the worst things I could wish on anybody.
Yeah.
And I have no qualms about wishing that on Jake Ellenberger. Sorry, not sorry. You know.
Yeah. So you're not picking Ellenberger.
I'm picking that I'm going to enjoy this fight a whole lot. And
so you're picking Brown. How much?
How much would I pay for this? I'd say this is a $20 fight. Nah, it's not a $20 fight. That's insane. Nuts. It's a $15 fight. $15.
All right, so you're $25 in. You're almost halfway there. Yeah, I'm only $14 in, but that's okay because I'm a big Lawler booster.
That's right. So, and we're both picking Matt Brown. You think it's gonna be a first round beatdown?
Whoa! What?
Got a big text? Did Donald Trump say something crazy?
Oracle is buying NetSuite for $9.3 billion.
NetSuite.
Wow.
Twice what Yahoo is?
Wow.
Twice what Yahoo and AOL and the UFC all went for. That's a lot of money.
Yeah. Well, my mother's kid is the general counsel there. Has been so for like the last 15 years. Yes, I'm guessing that means she's retiring.
I would hope so. I hope that somebody's in on the action because that is a lot of money. What is that? A cloud services company or something?
Yeah.
So what's Oracle trying to do there? Compete with Amazon?
I have no idea. That's all right. Well, I guess my kids got college paid for. I can relax and start to squander my savings account now.
Let's not count your chickens so fast.
Yeah.
So. First round beatdown or not?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, because Ellenberger's tough. He's tough at range. He hits really hard, but dude has lost 5 out of his last 6 fights.
And he's not been the same since testing. Strangely,
you can correlate it with that, or you could correlate it with some of the head trauma he took from Robbie Lawler and Stephen Thompson. Plus, he's always some say, as Trump would say, some people are saying he's a front runner and a bully, but that's just what I heard. People should look into that.
I love dude's Bloomberg speech last night, man.
The con, yes,
No, it's like I started my own business too, but I did it without $1 million from my dad. That stung.
Indeed. I wish he'd gone into the whole bit about how if Trump had just put his money into an index fund and spent his time snorting coke on the French Riviera, he'd have more money today than but what are you gonna do? But everybody knows Bloomberg's a commie, anti-gun liberal. So who's going to listen to that?
Nanny. He's trying to take away your soda, man.
That too.
You got to give him right there, as fat as you fucking want.
You're gonna rip this 96-ounce big gulp out of my cold dead hands, baby. I got this corn syrup on IV after I stroke out. So all right. Yeah.
So I'm not going to pick the round, but I'm picking Brown and I'm giving it 10. You're 15.
That's right. So I'm the high roller here. All right. So women's strawweight. This is the co-main event, ladies and gentlemen. Women's strawweight: Rose Namajunas and Carolina Kowalkiewicz.
Oh yeah. I care. I care
too. But do you think this is a co-main on a pay-per-view?
It's kind of crazy co-main. I like Carolina, but
I like Rose.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to see Rose. No, I don't know that I see her winning this one, but is she still with Pat Barry?
To my knowledge, not the kind of thing I keep up with, but that's, I don't know if she is or not, actually. But we don't want to speculate because it would just be pure speculation.
Yeah, and the personal lives of people around me, I give a shit one way or the other. But so we care, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed.
Carolina's been mighty her last.
9-0.
Yeah.
But she has yet to get a finish in the UFC. It's been a while. In fact, she gets a lot of decisions.
I don't know. I've seen Namajunas has been uneven, so I'm going to pick Carolina. But I'm sorry, I'm not giving this. I'm giving this a $5. This is a $5 fight. You know, if I'm walking by a bar and they say, hey, you want to come and go, who's fighting? And they say, and I go, yeah, I got $5. Here you go.
Yeah. I give this one 5 too. I just don't buy it as it's a title eliminator, but come on, honestly. Yeah. I'll pick Rose though to make it interesting. I think she's got a chance to pull it out if Carolina dicks around for too long. I think Rose could surprise her with something.
So who are you picking?
I'm picking Rose just to make it interesting.
All right, and then how much?
I said 5 myself.
5? Okay, I wasn't paying attention.
When do you pay attention?
I was looking at the calculator, trying to figure out.
This is like the only context in your life where you actually have to listen to what somebody's saying, right? Or
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, that's what I thought. So, of course, if it was your wife, you could repeat the last sentence, right? Yeah, I was listening. You just said you want to go to this restaurant. Right?
I'm serially watching, like, cause I got to go to bed some relatively short period of time, but it's a long movie. But I'm watching like The Great Gatsby, like 10 minutes at a time.
Which version?
Mia Farrow and Robert Redford.
70s soft focus.
Yeah, and I'm like thinking, man, how not Nick Carraway, but Jay Gatsby. It's like, you got to be kidding. How could you spend 30 seconds with this fucking bubblehead without wanting to take a croquet mallet to her skull? It's like, the whole Love is Blind thing is a potent indicator, man. It's like, I'm dying listening to her talk. How is it this guy has completely altered his whole life? Tearfully, rich girls don't marry poor boys. What? I'm sorry, were you saying something? Because I'm over here counting my money. I didn't hear you. What was it?
I have to agree. I think that show is woefully miscast. Mia Farrow was never a fan, and I just don't buy Robert Redford as Gatsby.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's not haunted enough, and she's not attractive enough. Yeah.
She was good at being terrorized and spineless in Rosemary's Baby, and that was about it.
Yeah. I guess that's right. Has she been in anything else that you go, wow, Mia Farrow? Hannah and Her Three Sisters doesn't count.
No, because she had a supporting role in that, and it was And I don't know if you ever sat through that drama she did with Woody, but that's when I started saying Woody no goody. So now we come to the main event. Welterweight title fight, Robbie Lawler, Tyron Woodley for all the marbles, or at least the marbles known as the UFC welterweight title.
Mm-hmm.
We care.
Big care. Big fucking care. And I'm okay having, let's see, what do I got? 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So far, I've spent $19 on this fight. I'm okay having the other $41 go to this fight. Excuse me. I'm massively geeked on it. Massively.
Really? Massively geeked on it. Wow. Yeah, tell me, do the math, Mr. Stanford, and tell me how much money I have to spend on it, because
you have foolishly squandered $30.
So for me, it's like a bargain at 25.
Yep.
Or 30, whatever
30,
it is.
Yeah, 30,
I might splurge and go HD on this because I think some blood will be flying.
Yeah, so you care. We're both okay running the table with the rest of our available funds. You have a pick.
I got to go with Lawler, man. I mean,
yeah.
I just, it's been a while, but I still remember Nate Marquardt just smoking Tyron Woodley, and he hasn't fought anybody that can strike like Lawler. I mean, he beat Carlos Condit with a fluke knee injury, although he was dominating the fight.
Mm-hmm.
He fought Rory McDonald when Rory McDonald was already hesitation Rory.
Yep.
And Stun Gun Kim was trying to be the wild man, which is a bad role for him. And Kelvin Gastelum just wasn't ready and didn't even make weight. So I think Woodley could beat Lawler if he fought the fight of his life. And Lawler was the old, demoralized Lawler. Like if they fought in Strikeforce and Robbie didn't train, Woodley'd put a beating on him, take him down, ground control. But I think our modern Robbie Lawler is going to knock him out.
And I tell you why I have my suspicions about a Woodley.
What's that?
And he's a non-fight based theories, and they have everything to do with a psychomonograph. And
Psycho monograph. You think he's too old to be rocking the full beard? Is that what you're saying?
Not age, not age. I tend to think that these never got my just desserts guys who, if you get into a street fight with them, are always muttering off to the side right around the time to get ready to pull their shirts off. You got to respect me. That Rodney Dangerfield type guys. I think there's just too much fucking psychological baggage for them to believe that they deserve to walk out of that thing with a win. I secretly think guys like that, like I said about Mr. Woodpile, kid brother, that's what he's fighting against. I used to train with a guy who was an NCAA champ, the NCAA 2 champ. And I think one of the reasons why he excelled so much is the idea of himself as a loser was so hard to fucking swallow. He would fight like a demon, but if he ever got in a pinch, he, like Sade said, he folds.
I see. That's
because
pretty
really deep down inside does not believe he belongs there. I never trust those guys. When am I going to get my shot? Why are they looking over me? Why am I getting treated so bad? I start to think of Ian Mackay. Boo fucking who,
Well, Woodley's only fought for a title once, and that was the aforementioned Nate Marquardt smoking. That was one of Marquardt's last glorious moments before he just went on the skids. Yeah, I think Lawler's going to knock him out, and maybe early.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that Atlanta crowd is going to go crazy because Atlanta's full of racists. I said it.
I'm not saying that.
I can say things like that. I'm a white guy,
Oh, you're a white guy from Texas, so
exactly. You can trace my Scots-Irish white trash ancestry back to Tennessee, and then it comes to a blank at some time around.
So hold on. So you're picking Lawler, and you're okay letting it ride on the rest of it. We have a very similar card this time. With the only deviation is you picked Heiss and you picked Rose.
Yeah, and I picked Rose just because. So you're picking Heiss too. You just don't care about the fight.
I don't care about the fight. Correct. That's right. So and yeah, okay. All right. So there we go. That's a
show. That's a wrap. It's Saturday night once again on pay-per-view. Remember.
Saturday night, and I'm feeling all right. Yeah, something.
There's so many bad Saturday night songs. Saturday night's all right for fighting. How about that one?
Yeah, you know what Chris Blackwell said when I interviewed him, that he didn't sign Elton John.
Or Reg, as he knows him.
Yeah, I said, yeah. I go, why not? He goes, I thought he was too shy.
Too shy, huh? He burst out of that shell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My beef with Elton John is the Leon Russell impressions he kept trying to do on album after album. Like you hear Rocket Man or Daniel, and you think, wow, that's a great pop song. I bet there's a lot of gems on here with great melodies. Then you get to the records, and it's Elton trying to puff himself up like he's some kind of beard daddy, authentic piano blues man. Ugh, yeah. Anyway, so enough with that. Saturday night. Pay-per-view.
And then Saturday. Sorry. and I'm feeling all right.
Eugene, I was trying to make another piracy joke about Fox Sports 2. Remember, streaming illegally, you can get malware on your computer. It's not a risk you want to take. So watch that on an approved cable dealer.
Is this Saturday starting at whatever time you find Fight Pass at Fox Sports?
Should be around 6:30 p.m. on the East Coast, and the main event the main card will start at 10 p.m. Eastern time. So do the math if you're in a different time zone. Losers. All right, so that's our show. Remember, give us a thumbs up, Eugene. How does one do that?
That's
not actually how one does it. One clicks the thumb icon at the bottom of the screen. That's just how Eugene expresses his contempt for himself and everyone else.
I'm actually going to do a whole version of Hamlet using my middle fingers. Oh, what a rogue and peasant slave am I! Is it not monstrous that this player here? And
we got to say that because that's going to be streamed on pay-per-view too. We'll be telling you about that later if there's enough. We'll probably be at GoFundMe. And we'll stream that paper.
We call them the middle finger players, and this is Ophelia. It is off the parapet. She kills herself. And,
spoilers.
It's Hamlet. It's a Hamlet. It's a classic.
Everyone's seen the play, Eugene.
Bloody, bawdy villain, treacherous, lecherous villain. Yeah.
And so follow Eugene on Twitter at Eugene S. Robinson. Follow me at KidNate. Read me at BloodyElbow.com, Eugene at Aussie.com, sometimes Vice's Fightland, although we haven't seen you at Vice's Fightland in a while, Eugene.
No. It was I can't take I say that, and I got like 3 writers who are like, hey man, hey yo, Eugene, where's my money? Eugene, where's my bus? Jesus Christ, man, I'm sorry. Because then they create this complicated computer system where I got to figure it out, and I haven't had time to figure it out because then I fall behind on my quotas. So my writers go unpaid, and they're bugging me for money. Fuck.
Well, I thought they'd be sending you to Russia to go undercover on this DNC hacking thing. I think you could crack the case, Eugene.
You know what? Sending me to Russia would be a very, very bad idea.
I'd probably
Eugene would come back in a fur coat with cigars. Eugene, did you find anything over there?
And a Make America Great hat?
Yeah, no, I didn't find anything. What is that you're wearing? Oh, these rags.
Well, maybe
I want to go to Chechnya, man. I want to hang out with Kadyrov.
Well, watch what you say. That's all I have to say there. One of our reporters looked into that situation a little bit, and he's kind of thinking twice about going back to anywhere in the greater Eastern European area.
He's a fool.
Well, he blew kayfabe. Let's just say maybe he blew kayfabe on the whole thing. But naive kids, what are you going to do? Let's see. Subscribe to MMANation.com on YouTube. Subscribe to MMA Nation on iTunes so you can get the audio without the ugly. And Zane and the gang will be back and Connor will be back with the MMA Vivisection later today. And then Zane and I will have the 6th round Saturday night after the fights. Eugene, you'll have Knuckle Up on Sunday night.
Yeah. I'm not traveling, so I had it last Sunday night, but it was just very late. So
yeah, and then
that's what the people want to see it live. Everybody else bright and early on Monday.
That's right, and then we'll be rolling right into another fight night next Saturday. Rodriguez versus Caceres. Yes, Bruce Leroy is heading a fight night on that'll be August 6th.
You see what membership has its privileges. Guy busts his ass, and
yeah, and they're spreading the things pretty darn thin. But anyway, we've got fights every week through October, and then UFC 202 will be coming up on August. Let's see, what's the 20th? Date? August 20th. Yeah, so there is a gap of a Saturday night off between those two. Anyway, we'll have all the coverage of all that stuff. So subscribe, etc., etc. Thanks, Eugene. Adios, MMA aficionados. We'll see you next time.
All right, man.